Born ready. Let's do. This is Kenny Loggins, by the way, featuring Michael McDonald.
Oh God,
so good.
Ooh.
And you know what? This is what we should call our podcast, Heart to Heart.
Baby making music?
Yeah, just boning. Here we go. Welcome to it, everybody. Brock and Dwight. And we're going to have a little conversation. Is it conspiratorial? I think that's a word, conspiratorial.
Yes, it is.
That is a word.
You're very conspiratorial.
God, I am so smart. Yeah. Is it going to be conspiratorial in nature? Possibly.
Probably.
Let's talk about why the government had Charlie Kirk killed. Whoa. Did I say that?
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Are the tables turning?
Whoa.
Are you the conspiracy guy now?
No. Because, Dwight, this is crazy, okay? And this is what I'm going to lead off with, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have this conversation, or is there something else on your mind?
Oh, we could always lead into something else. Yeah, you go right ahead.
Dude.
You lead. I'll just give you my...
I don't trust anything nowadays. There's no reason why the president gets a nick in the ear.
Yeah.
And Charlie Kirk takes one to the jugular from 200 yards away. Dude, I think
artery, but close.
Yeah. The neck.
I think jugular's here.
Carotid's here. I'm gonna hit you in the jugular.
I love your wife's jugular.
I just seeing something like this happen on the scale that it was, the amount of video that we have of it, every different angle you could imagine.
Yeah, dude.
I think the higher ups know something we don't, or they're not telling us whatever they don't want to tell us. There's all this stuff, backdoor and deals, eyes wide shut parties, like I've mentioned before. And like, this is just, but now they're being almost sloppy with how things are happening.
Are they being sloppy?
Or right. Or are they making it look sloppy to put, I don't trust anything. I don't trust anything nowadays.
Public and graphic. That's what they want, dude. Who's they? Who is they?
Who is they?
Yeah, it's the same side. Question. Same side. It's the same coin, just different sides.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my opinion. Yeah. Do you want it, or do you want it right now, or what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about with this? This Kirk thing.
I guess maybe why was Kirk the sacrificial lamb?
Well, you got to dig into Kirk too, and his wife. Like, have you dug into that?
No,
like how she knew Trump through like the beauty contests and stuff.
Oh,
what a good Christian woman, and she's like out there flaunting her ass and stuff like that. Like,
wow,
I hate to talk about like, dude. Does that make you immune to us talking about it? Right. And here's the problem that I have with the right is like, go to their work and get them fired. Mm-hmm. Okay, calling to violence, always bad, dude. Like, I don't care who it is, but like, now that blurs the line, right? Mm-hmm. And the right can be brainwashed just as much as the left has. And what's going to happen is like, you can't say anything bad about anything. Like, and then go to your job, get you fired.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's 7 degrees away from like saying like I'm provoking violence, right? Like, just because I'm saying something that you don't like, and I'm in the middle of this thing, like standing back, looking at everything, just being like, yeah, of course. The same people that funded him are the same people that wanted this to happen.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's wake up.
Yeah.
Everybody, right? Like, you're saying it too. Like, I don't believe anything they tell us, because why do they want us to know that? Why do they tell you something? It's a psyop.
They are literally handling, I feel like in my mind, they are controlling the narrative in a crazy way. And they'll overcorrect here or something here. Honestly, I feel like maybe Charlie got too close to the Epstein files. I don't know. Or maybe this is something to throw us off that. Maybe it's something to the fact that this guy took a bullet out of all the people to take a bullet is wild to me. And I don't know, man. I just don't.
It's invoke a response. Like,
and look at, perfect. I've never seen
perfect play.
Well, actually, no, the last time I saw us all divided was, and you know what? This is, if I'm gonna sniff out something, I think everyone's left and right and indifferent are all coming together on the Epstein files, and they said, hey, we got to throw a wrench in this thing too many people are agreeing on the opposite sides of the fence, because last time we were this divided was the election. Mm-hmm. Everyone, F you and F you. And I've never seen a more divided and like horrible side of humanity than after this happened. The stuff that was all over socials.
Mm-hmm. I'm not on social media, so I didn't see it.
Smart. If I didn't have work or Marketplace, right. I do love finding a sweet deal on Marketplace.
Like this desk.
Hey, free on Marketplace. Okay,
awesome.
We wouldn't have this. Genius, right?
Yeah.
So if I could just have Marketplace,
Craigslist 2.0.
See, but Craigslist, God, why could you just bring back Craigslist?
I still use Craigslist.
That's honestly
all the time.
But I tell you what, there's some dark stuff on Craigslist. You go into some spots of Craigslist,
bro.
It's kind of become.
I'm looking for cars and car parts.
Yeah,
like, where are you going?
Why are you in the misconnection section?
Damn it!
I saw you at the Kroger the other day.
Was that you in the crosswalk of Milwaukee and 51?
I saw you buying some cheese-filled breadsticks at the Quick Trip there in downtown.
So you deep throat that whole Bosco stick.
There was sauce everywhere.
Just like
but
boomer perverts,
right?
Like
just
the go-to.
Dear die. But socials, like I was more disgusted by what was coming out. It did if what they wanted to do was get us fighting, they did it like that. Which I think I think that's what it was.
Dude, how many times do I have to say this? They're masters. They are the masters of human manipulation.
Yeah.
But who's they? Who are you talking about being they? Who's they?
Whoever is, and I think it started with the Kennedy assassination, and whatever's been built from that is now where we're at. I don't know who that is, though.
But who's they?
The Illuminati? Well,
if you dig into the Illuminati, dude, like the Illuminati was like, they're not. The Illuminati
small potatoes?
No, I think the Illuminati isn't the bad guy.
Oh.
Like, dude, here's the thing. Like, everything is,
hot take, everyone.
Hot take. Here we go. Like, oh, dude, do you know?
No.
Do you have any idea where we got the Star Spangled Banner from?
Well, if what history has told us with the books,
give me the history.
One E.F. Tiffany or E.M. Tiffany. What was it? E.M. Tiffany?
No, Francis Scott Key.
No, I'm thinking of the guy who wrote the FFA Creed. I'm sorry. Look, I spent a lot of time doing the FFA Creed. Oh. Sorry, Francis Scott Key. You're right.
Yeah.
Some guy
1814
who was sitting there
at Fort McHenry.
Fort McHenry, and he's watching the fight go on, and he's like, I'm gonna write this down, and it's in a horrible key to sing to.
No, wrong. The song was already a song, and there was a bunch of guys sitting around, and they were putting lyrics to that version, to that song, of what you hear is like our national anthem today.
Yeah,
was actually a song
before,
and you know what the song was about? Freemasonry.
Well, really?
Yeah, about titans and gods, and Venus and Jupiter and all of that. Our country's based on Freemasons.
Okay.
You know who Freemasons are? Freemasons are the like, if you look into like the Catholic Church and stuff, like the Catholic Church says that all that stuff is naughty, you can't do on any of that stuff. It was the antidote to religion. Is what it was. So this country wasn't based in any way, shape, or form based on like Christian values. So like that's what Freemasons are. It was like the antidote to that, because I mean it was the Enlightened period, because we came out of the Dark Ages basically, because from 500 AD to about, in my opinion, 1500 AD, I would call it 1,000 years, but 1,000 years of darkness. And the reason why we call it the Dark Ages is because like no philosophy came out of that time period.
There's a big thing on this right now too, is the Age of Enlightenment is when caffeine was discovered.
Quite possibly.
And opened up. So we didn't have to,
the spice trade.
Coffee,
spice trade.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we were, or tea and coffee. Instead of just having to drink alcohol, beer,
because water was so bad.
People would just drink beer all because it was
wine.
It was safer to drink. Anything fermented, anything was
fermented
safer than actual water. And so you're just drinking that. Then we found spices. The spice trade came, and that was the age of enlightenment. The Renaissance, art and philosophy and everything came through.
It was actually like getting away from the church is what actually brought the Enlightenment period. And then that's where this country got founded, is like separating church and state. That's where it comes from. So you talk about the Illuminati. Like, the Illuminati is like the 33-degree Freemasons that supposedly know everything. They're actually the antidote to the oppression that was taking place during the Dark Ages and then the Enlightenment. But yeah, you're right. That had something. Caffeine has something to do with it.
Yeah, and in there. But okay, so let's go back to that's an offshoot for a whole nother thing.
Yeah, but we're like bring it back full circle.
The good guys?
Maybe. I don't know.
Let me Google this.
I don't think the Illuminati
is this going to get me in trouble if I Google is the Illuminati?
But personally, I don't think the Illuminati have anything to do with what this is. This is Masters of Human Manipulation, which are like those bloodlines. It's the George Soroses, it's the Rothschilds, like it's the same cast of characters we've been talking about that are the bloodlines, like the lizard people. Anyway, that's I'm sorry, but dude, they are the masters of human manipulation. They know exactly what to do, and this is like falling right in line. When I saw it happen, you know, in all reality, like, to go back, like, I didn't like Charlie Kirk like at all. But but I agree with way more stuff than I disagree with him on. But and to see that is just like unbelievably bad, right? Like,
even if you hated everything he said, if you think he should have taken a bullet for what that's what's really killed me with all the social media stuff is everyone's like, no one deserves this. But you can't do the but. No,
don't do that.
You got hurt words. I don't care what he said. That does not mean
you slug it out.
You talk to him, or you say, I don't like what you're saying. I'm going to walk away.
You slug it out in the gymnasium of ideas.
What did we learn in school? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me.
Yeah.
It's wild to me that people have been okay going on social media and going, no one deserves that, ...
Yeah.
Stop. No, just end it right there. No one deserves that, period.
No, and then.
Because he said words. Well, you know, he said gun violence is necessary. Does that mean he deserves to be shot? It's wild to me. So I feel like there's something. That's why I feel like there's something. Yeah. And also we become so desensitized and just how okay with what happened society has really become.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or at least on certain sides.
It's because you're too, here's my opinion to it. You see it all the time on the internet, but you don't actually experience it in real life. So you're too far removed from that violence and how bad, dude, how bad that violence is. The people that go to war and see that stuff, they're not removed from it.
Yeah.
They understand it.
Yeah. Or in third world countries that are displaced because of their cities being bombed and oh my gosh.
Dude, it's wild. I mean, like what's happening over in the Gaza and stuff like that. Like, dude, it looks fake.
Yeah.
It looks fake.
It does. And you're like, well, wait, no, people are, and then we're whining
with this.
We're whining because the new iPhone update is not, it's dude, we're in a bad place.
Yeah.
We're in a bad place.
But, you know, when I say masters of human manipulation, when I say that because here's what they do is they know that the kooky left, like, and the left is gone, dude. Like, the left has moved so far over. The right is the same. It's the same as I've been since I was a kid. Like, you know, it's the exact same, but it, again, invoke a response. So what they do is these masters of manipulation move the left farther and farther and farther and farther away from the right.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So here's what they do. That also invokes like the outcasts that attracts them, that attracts like the degenerates and the outcasts and broken people to it's a rally, dude. It's a dog whistle. It's a rally. It's a war cry. And so they congregate on the left with these kooky ideas because it's just fighting the system. Which, okay, then you come to the right, and the right, in just my opinion, gets so like kooky, like religious goofiness with it, and then they always just like right back to Jesus, right back to the Bible. It's like, dude, do you realize that not everybody believes in that? So why are you using that as a point of authority? That's what I have a problem with the right. So I understand why some people over here that want the separation of church and state don't like the right. But here's the thing. Here's where it gets kooky. So now you push the left all the way over it's a rally cry for all these kooky, nutty people, right? That have what? Nothing to lose. 33 what was it? 32 rules to war is don't mess with somebody that's got nothing to lose. Okay. Now you look at the more like center right. They have everything to lose. They have families, they have jobs, they're putting their I mean that's all part of their MO, dude, right? So they have a lot to lose. Yeah. So what the masters of manipulation take these two sides now that they've pushed the left all the way over to this goofiness, now they start attacking the right. Okay.
Yeah.
Knowing that the right's not going to do very much for now.
Yeah.
Until there's a breaking point and nobody knows where that line is. Okay. Here comes the masters of manipulation. That breaking point is unknown. So you just keep going. You keep pushing. You keep pushing. You keep doing this stuff. Keep dividing. Keep dividing. Keep dividing. Eventually, you're going to conquer. And how are you going to conquer? Is the right will go so scorched earth on the left. It will be an unbelievable like retaliation. And not only will they retaliate, the right has been known throughout history to go way too far.
What do you mean by that? Scorched earth. What do you think?
Palantir has now entered the chat.
Yeah.
If you can't beat them, join them. So use the right to bring about what you want, and what you want is total control. So dude, I'm telling you, these people are the masters of human manipulation. They're using the right, and the right's going to come back and say, dude, they're going to be just as bad as the left. Free speech will be over. They'll use Palantir. They'll use all this like AI stuff, and they'll scorched earth the left, and they'll push so hard they don't know when to stop, and it'll go too far. And then all of a sudden you'll have like French Revolution stuff where it's like the snake will eat itself.
Yeah.
And now people that were like considered center, now they're the enemy.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't think that this can't happen on the right, because it does happen, will happen, can happen. So, and there invokes you use the prisoners as the jailers.
I got you. Okay. So right. I got you. And again, the snake eats itself, I think, is a really good a good representation of the point you're trying to make. So here, because even going back to what we were talking about is people, commenting about how, but he's blah, blah, blah. I mean, that is free speech and they can say it. So it's a you can flip that coin how many times you want.
Sure.
Let me ask this question then. As the left continues to push from the right, and the right continues to push from the left, and you have a people in the middle that are trying to decide, they're watching this, and we get farther and farther. What will it take to get a central to fight what is separating us? That's the question.
Yep, that is the question.
Because you're right, because it is, and I feel like we are getting more. People are getting more radical on this side and more radical on this side.
I don't think they're getting radical on the right. Not at all.
Maybe out of hand?
I mean, I guess describe out of hand.
See, and
if somebody was trying to kill you for just your opinion, how far is too far?
Right.
Where is that boundary?
Where's the So
here's the thing: the right would decimate the left.
Yeah.
The left has no chance.
No,
they have no chance. I mean, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, right.
No chance.
Yeah.
Again, America's too fat for a civil war, but it's true. They're too fucked up. They're too messed up on drugs. Like
I got,
right. Dumbasses.
Yeah,
but I mean, come on, the left.
I got
You're cooked.
Yeah.
So like, trust me, you don't want that, but you're being manipulated into that. Good question, though. Good question. How do you bring us back?
Where do we go, like in this conversation we're having? Because I feel like we get it. And even a guy like me who would never, I see something awful, but in my mind, I'm still like, that just does not make sense. It doesn't add up.
Oh.
What's crazy is they just released the text messages. Did you see that whole thing?
Yeah.
And so they're on there But literally everyone on there. I mean, I was on Reddit when I first saw it, and it was already at like 6,000 and growing. No one was like this. Everyone's like, this doesn't make sense. These texts don't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
No one believes what is happening.
No.
And so even me, as someone who really never had a dog in the fight, I'm not the guy over like, we need to wear a tinfoil. I'm like, what is going on?
What is going on?
And so I feel like, are we at a point where maybe we start getting to this because people are wising up on both sides going, who is puppeteering this thing?
Right.
Who's and why are we so hateful towards this other side of people?
Yeah.
On both ends.
Which you'd have to get these people to understand is you'd have to get them to understand that both people on the left and the right have been manipulating you. And I think the left and the right have a problem with looking at their guy and saying like, he would never do that, or it's better than the alternative,
or you won't admit it because you're like, oh, I'm not going to say I was fooled.
Right.
There's no way I'm going to say I was
better
fooled.
To be called a fool than
open your mouth and be proven one. There you go. That's right.
Than to tell somebody they've been fooled.
Oh, there you go. I got you.
And you've all been fooled. You've all been tricked by the left and the right. Like, and I was in that camp too. Like, I was in that. I vote. Well, not anymore. I don't vote anymore, dude.
Yeah,
and that's why. But what's it going to take, right? Well, eventually, like, dude, their mask has slipped a little bit, and people are starting to like look over there. What was that? What was it? Anyway, back to the distraction.
Right.
Who won football last night?
Right.
I don't even think sports is a real distraction. I think they use politics as the real distraction, right?
And they bring in all this other, I mean, Kaepernick. When you go to that.
Yeah.
I mean, even something like that, we're like, you're telling me, okay, we were infatuated with just
even Aaron Rodgers
coming in. I mean, anything that comes in,
take the facts.
Yeah.
Dude, what did that teach you?
Yeah.
Like,
we find high profile figures to throw us off the scent, even in our entertainment, our music.
Yeah. Yeah. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Dude, once you take that peek behind the curtain, you can't unsee it. Yeah. And now, what's going to take? Okay, what's going to take for us to come together?
Yeah.
Well, maybe what's coming. Maybe something's coming. Maybe something's coming to like save us from that.
Are they going to
what was done to us to make us like this? Honestly, I think our DNA was manipulated to be this.
Show themselves or drop something, stay behind the scenes and drop something for us to find and discover ourselves.
Both. Maybe both.
Oh, maybe both.
Yeah, they've been doing that. They've been leaving us breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing that. Yeah, to try to like evolve us consciously. That's all this is. Like, dude, the human beings were messed with. Our DNA was manipulated to make us like this, to do exactly what happened to Charlie. Are you looking up?
No, sorry. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry. I got a little distracted. I apologize.
I did too.
I apologize.
But no, like I can't even. But your work computer is very
riddled with. It's just
on top of that. Did you see that? You know that old white guy, that boomer that they like tackled, and they said that he was the shooter first.
Oh,
did you see him?
No, I did not see him.
Did you see what happened to him?
No.
He like said that he shot him so that the guy could get away.
Get away. Oh,
yeah. Okay. Do you know he just got charged with some CP on his phone?
Oh my God! Oh, look at that,
dude! Deep.
Like at that point,
you think that lasagna?
They get your phone, dude. If
you think Lasagna Gate was, you know what I'm talking about, the P word.
Yeah.
Do you think that was fake? That was real.
No,
that was all real,
man.
Dude, they did that stuff. That CP stuff is rampant.
Yeah,
rampant. Dude, this is all part of the design, and call me whatever you want, but this is Archon World. And then I mean Archon World, like we've been messed with to be put in this stew to fight each other like this. And the only way we get out of it, dude, here's the thing. The only way we're making it out is to let dogma die. When I say dogma, I mean dogma. I mean, like, the left versus right thing needs to be shown to be a fraud. And a lot of other things do too, for us to be truly free in our minds. In our minds. It starts, here's what it starts to.
I don't think we'll do it though.
It starts inside.
Yeah.
All of the reckoning starts inside. You build a switch on something, it doesn't fix the problem. It just rises to the top.
Okay. Or
you do not evolve consciously.
Or are we?
Maybe we need a reset. Maybe we need a pole shift. Maybe
that's what COVID maybe was a reset, but it didn't take off like it should have.
Well, maybe this 11,500 year, 12,000 year reset that always happens.
Always happens. We're on the 5th one.
We're on it.
We're on the 5th one.
Maybe that's what's coming.
God,
dude, maybe that's what's coming. And they're like, if you don't evolve consciously, we reset the board.
Whoever the whatever you believe, whoever is higher power, whatever it may be, maybe they do. Maybe it's a, hey, this game got out of hand. We got to reset. Or it could be some cosmic game.
It could be.
And so some guy, one thing I always thought, I know it's cheesy, but I think it's a very interesting take, is in the first Men in Black.
Dude.
When
Talk about Men in Black.
Dude, that's so good. It's so good. But the very end of the movie is just an alien playing marbles.
Yeah.
And we're one of the marbles.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that was stolen from what basically what I think is true.
What you think is true.
Yeah, there's multiple different universes that are on top, and the one conscious on top. Yeah, right. Yeah, and those things playing with the marbles were just in another universe.
In another, right? Is everything
there's
is 7
of them.
But God, where's the end though? That's
dude,
I guess what throws me. What's crazy, and again, for what I believe, is that we just cannot comprehend it. As much as we even try and break it down, even in our eternity, you try and break down eternity. You try and break down the end of the universe, the beginning of the universe. We can't, but it's just crazy to think about. And then especially too, when we're sitting here, some guy took a bullet into the neck and we're all at each other's throats. Sorry, that's probably bad phrasing.
Too soon?
Too soon. That was bad phrasing. But even something like this is like, what are we doing? What's happening? Why?
Because everybody's looking outside. That's why you can't. Let me tell you something.
I'd look inside.
I would like to tell you
what.
I would like to look inside that. I would like to tell you that, dude, that's where the answers are. They're inside. And the reason why you can't comprehend them is because you're told you're small. I keep saying this.
I don't think I'm small.
You can't understand, but you've never tried. You've never tried to genuinely realize that you are infinite consciousness.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And again, just for putting this out there, I don't think I'm small. I don't think anyone is, but I think whether it's evil at work or whatever it may, the people that are trying to keep it, whatever that may be, it put a doubt in us. And then we have to fight that. So again, I think you and I are saying the same thing. And anybody who's watched this, I think everyone knows where we stand. But I get what you're saying is it's an us problem, and that is whoever then might be out there. We're beating ourselves. We could easily find a solution to this, but we're letting that continue to have it be an us problem. Does that make sense?
Yeah. An organized religion is part of the problem because it hasn't solved the problem. It's made it worse. It's exacerbated it. The system isn't broken, dude. I've said this for years. The system isn't broken. It works perfectly. That system works perfectly, and it knows how to manipulate human beings and of what we are today. And this is what we have constructed around these like dogmas, and even dogmas of science, like thinking that we know everything. And, when we really don't. These, physicists are so arrogant that they can't see past their nose either.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like when I think we're going to find out real quick. The rollout, the slow rollout that's happening that I've been talking about, right? How they're slow rolling this to us. They just found life on Mars, right? Okay. I knew that back in the 90s.
Life on Mars.
The life that they found.
Be more specific. Tell everyone what you mean
bacteria.
by that. Bacteria.
But it's still life.
Yeah.
And it's a slow roll. Yeah. They told us this back in the 90s. I knew this back in the 90s because Bill Clinton had that one guy that was like I can't remember. He was like an aide to him, and he like showed this prostitute the life on Mars. And that was a big deal that he showed her that because he was banging her. And so we knew that back in the 90s. And then all of a sudden, NASA, never a straight answer, rolls it out, be like, oh, yeah, this is what we found on the new rover. Here, check this out. Just another drop in the bucket, dude. Bring us to this antithesis.
I will be more intrigued when it's more than bacteria or a single-celled organism outside of there. Not saying it's not.
Yeah, it's coming.
Not saying it's not, because it's never, and again, from what I believe, it's never been said that there's not. It just said the universe was created. Nothing about nothing else out there.
Yeah, I like that cop-out, but yeah.
How's it a cop-out?
Why didn't the book talk about anything else?
Didn't need to. Talking about us, talking about what we're doing here. But it never says it doesn't. It never says it doesn't. And I don't think it's wrong at all for anyone on a religious standpoint to say, yeah, there could be something else out there. But
kind of goes against your book, though, doesn't it?
What book?
Do you read the King James Bible, or do you read it in Greek?
I believe, and what I worry about is my forgiveness of sins and what I am doing here on earth. Yeah,
I don't. Yeah. And I'm not laughing at you.
I don't.
I'm not.
Dwight, I've never worried about that. Yeah, but it's
we're never going to get out from underneath this dogma.
But what am I doing right now, though, that's affecting you? And affecting your journey and my journey of what I'm doing?
You are me, and on a different consciousness level. And it's affecting all of humanity. That's what it's doing. Like our consciousness, our consciousness evolution is all intertwined. We are one. We are part of the one. We are part of the divine spark.
And that's a God. That's God. That's our creator. How is that any different?
Define God.
The omnipotent being that created us.
If we are
and
all
created us in his image.
Okay. If it doesn't make any sense. If he created us in his image, then how do the grays, why do they look different?
Maybe that's somewhere else. I don't have all the answers. Again, I am not omnipotent.
So what I'm trying to say is, you say a creator, okay? You are the creator. And when I say you're the creator, you create it by observing it. Now, if we're all the same, if we're all in touch with this consciousness field, okay? Maybe I'm not describing this right, but if we're all in touch with this consciousness field, and when just by our see, taste, touch, all of our, right? I create this. I am the creator, which in turn, I am tuned into the top level, which is tuned into you, which is tuned into your wife, your daughter, everybody's tuned in just at a different frequency, right? And when we become omnipresent, and what omnipresence is becoming, you don't become enlightened. And this is where I get it wrong. You discover it. You're already enlightened. It's just discovering it. And what we need to do is get rid of the dogma and realize that this has already been proven that the observer creates the reality. And then think about, let me blow your mind. Your brain, you're not even your brain. If you didn't have any of your senses, where would you be? Where would you be? What would you see? What would you taste? What would you touch? What would you hear? It's all being transmitted back to the source and creating what we're seing here. It's a hologram. It's a holographic world.
So I guess then my question to you is then where did we come from? What is in your mind?
What makes the human form the human form?
What created us? Where did we come from?
The human form, you're saying, or just consciousness?
Just all of it.
Consciousness. Here's what I get wrong when I describe it to somebody. Consciousness is all that there is. It is a field. It isn't a person. It isn't. Now there are things that are created through consciousness, as in beings, entities, like spirit, stuff like that we just haven't discovered yet. Some of us have, some of us won't. But consciousness is a field of consciousness, of being the one. There is only one, and it's you, and it's just inhabiting this. It's a container. We are.
So I create it all.
You create everything by just observing it.
Okay. So, but by that sense, then I am God.
Correct.
I created everything
Correct.
in this universe.
Correct.
Where did I come from though?
You came from the consciousness field.
The field.
Like, so are you saying your physical body or your soul? Your soul?
There's got to be a beginning. There has to be.
A beginning of what?
Of everything.
There is no
even
time.
for the consciousness.
You're thinking in the in the fourth dimension of time.
There's got to be a beginning of everything.
That's time.
So
time doesn't exist, dude.
I'm not saying I'm not saying
time only exists in the fourth dimension.
I'm not saying
the
that
fifth dimension.
Maybe in eternity, trying to wrap my mind around that. I am fully aware that it seems like, I don't know if I want to be be there in eternity. What does that mean? That's because I'm thinking in the time of now and where I am.
Correct.
Once we get to that higher place after I die, where my soul goes, time won't matter.
Time doesn't.
However, though, there has to be a starting point of everything.
Not. Because because that has to do with time. A start, a beginning is time. Time does not exist. I know it's hard to understand that.
You can't argue this fact though that we are all matter. We are all a part of something.
No, we're not.
You can't.
We're not matter. We're 0.0000001% matter.
So we just came out of nowhere.
You know, if I took all the matter in every human being on the planet, it would be the size of a sugar cube.
That's great. We came out of nowhere. Nothing. We are nothing. There is nothing.
No. There is something.
Okay.
It's consciousness.
So where did consciousness come from?
It just is. It is. It is all that there ever will be.
That now
it's a field.
I'm gonna take a note out of yours. That seems like a scapegoat for I don't know.
No, it's a field of consciousness. It's always been. Like you're describing everything in time. That's why the Bible is so like. Christians, there's not a Christian out there that can read that Bible front to back in the Greek, in the Hellenistic Greek that it was interpreted in, that was interpreted from and bastardized to all get up. And that's the problem I have with it, is that you and I can't read that book. Like we can't understand it. But what I can do is I can go back in time and I can look and see what like people like the Gnostics and the Hellenistic Greeks were saying about it and all this other stuff. And it's just not adding up.
Well,
and what adds up is that through science, through in a good science, right? Because there is bad science out there, dogma science,
right.
Through science, these people already know this, and they already know that
who knows this? Because here's the thing: is I still have no answers from where you're coming from. Is as far as it always has been and always will be. That
time doesn't exist.
I'm going to go back to a quote: is that anyone who is either atheist or thesis or whatever, they can have whatever they want, but there's got to be one miracle, and that is the creation of us. There has to be. You can't just have nothing of anything. That sounds more crazy than there was nothing and then God.
No, it's because time. You're thinking about going back where?
No, I'm thinking back, forward, left, right. It doesn't matter.
That's time.
You just can't have nothing and then all of a sudden we're here.
No,
in your theory, it's just consciousness has always been.
Consciousness is the field that's always been. I mean,
and that's crazier than someone creating us, or someone dying and raising from the dead.
You just said something,
some entity. If we're going to split hairs on that, that's what I'm getting at here. Is that is just as far out there to believe as me saying, no, I believe someone created me. Also, someone died for my sins and rose 3 days later, as opposed to you saying,
just like that's happened all throughout history amongst all of messiahs. Like there's this 3-day thing.
We could go we could go the Native American route, and we're on a turtle shell floating through outer space. Of course, there's all sorts of ifs, ands, or buts. But you're still dealing in time. When you say you go back to a creation, like a start. I'll go forward to the creation, though.
That has to do with time. Time doesn't exist. It only exists in the 3D plane that we live on. That's it. That's all it is.
We're getting to a point where we're spinning around here, and I appreciate the conversation. I do.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we're going to reach a point on this. I don't even know where to jump off.
Yeah, I could go into like what the Greek Bible actually says and how it's who's interpreting that, and and how they came with it.
Okay, then let me ask this then. Who's your source on what
Greek?
you're pulling from? No. On what you believe. Who's your source on the consciousness and where it's or how it is, what it is, who it is, where we are?
Let's just say my experience.
Your experience.
Yeah.
I know you said, and you don't talk about it, and I won't delve into it if you share what you want to share.
Yeah.
But an experience.
Yeah. And it's
which, sorry not to cut you off. People have had near-death experiences and shared theirs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's all the same.
Time
doesn't exist.
But what about people that have seen loved ones or people that have
good question
gone into seen Jesus, seen people talk to their future selves?
Good question, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here it comes. All of those that imagery that you see that you're seeing when you have these near-death experiences, it's a trap, and it goes back to and here's the thing, dude, all the ancient people are talking about this exact same thing. The Native Americans said, don't go to the light. Don't believe in the falseness of what is, because what's happening is your mind is getting scanned. And when you get and your mind isn't even here, dude, because when you have a near-death experience, believe me when I say this, like when you transcend, when you do meditation and stuff like that, you transcend, you're not in your body. You're outside your body, but you still have thoughts. You're still thinking critically, right? So where's that coming from? That's coming from another source, right? So you're getting scanned, and you're getting your dogma scanned, and you're like, what can I do to trap you here? Oh, I can show you Jesus. Like, boop, there he is. Like, and you know what it shows up as? The Jesus from that 15th century, dude. That imagery of Jesus, that's your imagery. Dude, it's a trick. No, it's your imagery of Jesus.
I think I look at more now like the Shroud. In a much more realistic,
do you know what the first depictions of Jesus was? It was an unbearded man with a wand. Look it up. Like in here's the thing, dude. And I say dog.
There's a lot of things that we learn as we go, and we, of course, we don't get it all right. We also thought dinosaurs were super smooth reptilian creatures, but now we realize that more of a feathery. Right. Yeah. We learn, and as research goes better, and yes, we learn and
we evolve.
Right? Yeah.
So that imagery is a scan to trick you into you need to go back.
So you're telling me
you're not done yet.
They bit down, or they doubled down on 11 guys that were willing to die for what they believed
boys.
in.
They weren't men; they were boys. They were like teenage boys.
You can't. You no.
Read the Greek Bible.
At this point,
find somebody that knows how to read.
Age is different back then. A lot of people, you mature a lot faster than that. But even then, though, what's that have to do with that? They're willing to do that, and this goes and
because
spreads
we don't have
as far?
An author. We don't have an author for all of those stories that were combined into the Bible. What we have is a bunch of people after Augustus. Constantine was emperor, and he said that Christianity was okay and adopted it. Like that's what we have, and we have just a bunch of bishops that put those stories together and took and piecemealed things out and threw them out. And how we know that is it's documented in history.
It's the most consistently documented thing, though. You don't see that in history.
It's not consistently documented, dude.
Yes,
it's been interpreted. What was the Old Testament first written in? Everybody says Hebrew. It's not true. It was written in Greek, Hellenistic Greek. Can you read Hellenistic Greek? I sure the fuck can't. There's not a lot of people on this planet can, but the people on the planet that can read the Hellenistic Greek, because it was such a complicated language, because the Greeks were such geniuses. Hebrew only had 5,000 words in the whole language. Greek has 250,000. So here's the catch. When you read it in Greek, a lot of that stuff can mean a lot of different things.
I'm sure it can. And there's the same thing too, why when you read an old style Bible, you say thee and thy and all this. There's a lot of stuff.
Way deeper than that.
It's the biggest con then that has ever been played by whoever is running this thing, which according to you,
it's the Archons.
No offense.
It's the Archons.
And who created them?
Okay, so the Demiurge.
And who created him?
That's the God of the Old Testament.
And where did that begin?
Well, if you want to go to the Gnostics, it was a being named Sophie, I believe.
Okay.
You might have to quiz me on that.
I'm still trying to get back to where does it all start?
You see, start has a time, and it does not start nor end.
Okay,
it's infinite.
But someone here is pulling our strings.
Infinity.
And pulling their strings and pulling their strings and pulling their strings.
Right. If you want to get down to who the demiurge was, he was a mistake. Like, and it was a he, and that was the God of the Old Testament. And he wasn't necessarily. I wouldn't call him evil. I wouldn't call him evil. He was just he was accused of being ignorant.
Yeah.
And that's the, in my opinion, the biggest sin is just being ignorant. And again, like the biggest sin is the sin you can't forgive yourself for. Right. Like, so there is sin, but I am not a sinner. Like, just because somebody did something that I had nothing to do with, that is instilled in human beings, that is part of our DNA makeup, that is part of the plan, that is part of the control mechanism to keep us small.
All right, let's bring her back here, because we're getting to the point where people have stopped listening, or maybe they're very into it at 45 minutes in.
So you got to find somebody that can read classical Greek.
I love classical Greek.
Yeah, dude.
Pistoia, tone, Malone, to Gregorian, made of Pistoian. Magase, me legase, alla praxase.
It's like wiping an ass with silk.
You know what that is?
No.
That's actually going back to E.M. Tiffany and the FFA Creed. I did that for a speech. Very good. That's the beginning of the FFA Creed in Greek.
But is that Hellenistic Greek?
It's Greek. It's a Greek salad.
Yeah,
a nice light Greek salad.
Greek.
All right. We're getting off track because we literally started, I think, at a much more important thing.
Yeah.
We think Charlie
Chuck.
CK, I think he took a bullet that he didn't need to take,
right? Yeah,
from someone else, and I think that's what it is. We got deeper into what we wanted to do, more than I think we wanted to, but I think it's still a conversation to have, because what I believe, what you believe, we're both still on the same page, and I think there's people that don't believe anything we believe, or believe something way off of what we believe, and are all kind of coming to the same conclusion. It doesn't add up. Right. Why he took a bullet.
Yeah, dogma.
And what's going on here.
Yeah.
And higher ups that loving it are pulling some strings.
Loving it.
I just imagine again naked people with masks on,
dude,
and a sacrificial lamb.
Bro. Just loving
like an actual
loving it.
A short hairs Pekingese that's being sacrificed at a crazy weird
Great Pyrenees.
Great Pyrenees at a crazy Eyes Wide Shut sex party.
I'm okay with sex party.
I don't know. It gets weird in there. It gets weird in those Eyes Wide Shut sex parties.
They turn off the lights and play Who's in My Mouth.
Well, that's a fun game. Look, everyone wins in that game.
Ouch, ouch, you're on my hair.
Ouch, ouch, you're on my hair. That one is not so much fun.
No.
And you know when they say that, it's your pubes hair. That's what it is.
Won't be me then.
So long. It's a messed up.
You're on my nuts.
All right. Ouch. Ow. Oh, my nuts. Oh, my God. Okay. We brought it back. What happened? What happened on that fateful day?
Which day?
September 10th.
Oh, yeah. What happened? Dude,
that is
straight up. Dude,
this
poor guy was used as a pawn.
I don't think
he had a family,
I don't think I disagree with that. Right. And again, even with.
Can I leave you with this?
Maybe Charlie wouldn't care. The people are like, well, look, he shouldn't have taken a bullet, but that's free speech. And if he seriously was just taken out because someone didn't like what he said and they got their feelings hurt, maybe we're not spanking enough kids. I don't know. I don't think that's the answer. Right, get what I'm saying? But
yeah, I know what you're saying. I know.
But wild. Okay, so leave me with your thoughts.
Leave me with your thoughts. So, dude, you playing chess, right?
Yep.
Where your pawns go first. Why? Because they're sacrificial. Charlie, I'm sorry to say, but like in this whole game, maybe not directly like somebody was moving him, right? I'm not saying that.
Right.
But they create this stew where they move their pawns around the board, dude, and they go first because they're sacrificial and they move them out there, right?
And
okay,
even
here's the dirty little secret.
Yeah.
That black and white that you're playing, that those two sides, it's the same, dude.
Same. It's all one.
The same.
Probably white, I'm guessing.
Jesus Christ. Well, they're the only ones that can figure it out.
No. Hey, I didn't say that.
I didn't say that either.
No, you know what? I said unbelievable.
You brought it up.
Can we edit that out?
I'm gonna get shot. I have black friends. It's okay.
That was, oh my God. All right. Any final thoughts on this, Dwight? No? Okay.
All we need is love.
Hey, love. Why can't we just live like Jackie Moon wants us to live?
Love is all you need.
ELE.
But the Beatles couldn't get along between the five of them.
Well, that's because John Lennon loves to beat his wife and take psychedelic drugs. So. Have you ever seen the video of Yoko Ono singing backup with Chuck Berry and John?
No.
Oh my God, dude, it's great. All right, after we do this, bitch. It's amazing. And you see, I'm going to show you this. Everyone, go watch Chuck Berry, John Lennon, Yoko Ono, and forget about everything we said. Especially if you're the government watching.
Oh yeah, dude.
Don't kill us, please.
CP.
All right, we're gonna go. I can't believe you made that comment about the chest. We will see you next time.
They're off light.
Oh, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll see you guys. Have fun. Happy conspiracies, okay, everyone?